G'day everyone, welcome back to the part 5, or the final build of the F-35A. It's been quite an enjoyable build really, so I'm really happy with it, with the way it came up, as in the build itself. So we're into the final stages of this, so what we'll do is we'll get to the bench now and have a look at what I've done. We're mainly just onto the cockpit area itself and a few sort of like transfers that that you know are hidden that you've got to really try and find. So yeah, we'll get onto the bench and so you can have a look at this and show you the final stages. Okay, for the exciting final bits, if we could call it that. But just before we get into the little bits of the cockpit area that we've got to do, just want to point out one thing from last episode, that this here, the exhaust, if we can call it, if I can move this out of the way. Now, they do give you an extra one of these, so, but what I'm trying to get to the point here is if I take this off, that they tell you to paint. I'll get out my pick, and they tell you to paint this XF54, I think it is, and then it tells you to paint this part. It might have been, sorry, no, I'm wrong. It's this part. They tell you to paint this XF54. So there is no point in doing that, because by the time that you grab this part and then put that part on and glue it on, you don't see that XF54 at all. So it's basically pointless in doing that. So just yeah, a little bit, I mean, you can go ahead and paint it if you wanted, but I just thought that just to show you, you know, there's not much point in doing that because you don't see it at all. But yeah, just to give you that as well. Now we'll go back to the cockpit area here that we're doing. Now I'll take these out because they're going to fly everywhere. Now, I've done a little bit more transfers because of, there's some hidden ones. So if I could go to here, I put some more transfers on there, which are not numbered in the book at all. And this is numbered in the book, so, but I missed that, but lucky I saw that. I double checked my book to make sure I've got every bits and pieces. So that yeah, is was a little bit annoying. I'm still am a little bit annoying how they don't number every transfer, but get over it, Gary. Now put in these two parts as well, and forgive me, I don't know what they're called, but hey, I'm going to call them fangs. Yeah, those two parts, I've painted them black first and then painted, spray painted silver with that, and it's the same on the other side. Now, we get to the seat here. I've already put the seat in because it was quite difficult with the top of the canopy. You've got to make sure that the seat is in the correct position, like not upright. If I can, you know, sort of like not up like that. See how the seat is leaning back more? That's because if you have your top of the seat here too far forward, it's going to hit the top of the canopy and you'll have a gap in your canopy here, in between your canopy and the area right here. You're going to have a gap, and what I suggest you do is use a glue that's a slow setting for you, so you can adjust the seat and then put the canopy on to make sure it's not hitting the top of it. So that's one advice if I can give you there. But that's the seat. As we can have a look at the seat there, we got some sort of green bottle there. I don't know what it's for. And please, if you want to tell me what exactly is, I'll be grateful. So there we got our front seat there, and I'm quite happy with the way that's gone in. The other side of it there, and that's looking good. So that's the seat all put together, done in sort of like a flat black to a semi-gloss black to, I think there's the trim, which you probably can't see that, which is, I think, is an X10, which is if I'm trying to, gunmetal, X10 gunmetal, which is around the trim of the seat. So that's that done. And of course our ejector pulley there, yellow and striped with black. So, and now from that, I've also done the, or what do you call it, the control panel, dashboard. Yeah, so done that. Now with the transfers here, I don't use Microsoft or Microsol, basically because you got to fiddle around getting a bloody paintbrush, and it's, yeah, not my cup of tea, if I can put it that way. I use these guys, Mark Setting and Mark Softener. Now what I did was, generally you use your Mark's setting first and then go to your Mark Softener. But what I did when the control panels here, putting the transfers on, is I just use the Mark Soft and put that on first and then put the transfer on. It just helps the transfer settle into the grooves a lot more. If I can give you advice on that, that's what I do with the control panels. So that's all done, as you can see there, and the top of it's done as well. So that's that done there. And this is the reason why I've gone and done the pilot as well, because you know, there's only about 30, sort of like 20 to 30 knobs in the actual plane itself. So by putting the pilot in, it's not going to cover up too much. So that's that done. Then I did the pilot. So that's our pilot there. He came up well. I don't do a lot of pilots at all, but that's came up well. And the top of this is a transfer, so that's a transfer on top of that. So that it's come up well. And one thing I did do, this tells you to paint this XF2, those two white bits there. Now I did that, but it came up too clean, if I can put it that way. So what I did was, when I painted them white and they just popped out too much, is I weathered them a little bit. So they're just weathered down a little bit, just to tone it down a little bit. So that's our pilot done. He's going to go in. As you can see, the boots there, they're all done. Next, I did this a while ago, but we're going to be putting on our door to our ladder. So that's going to go on the side. I think it's that side. So that's going to go on. Then what I did was, I've painted I wasn't too fussed with this. I'm going to weather this a little bit. It's still not quite dry. Yeah, I'm going to weather it a little bit once it's dry, but for now I'll put it in like that, because I'm undecided when I'm going to use this yet. And what I mean by that too is, we go to our top of our canopy. Now this is our closed canopy, this one here. And what I'll do is I'll just move that plane out the way a little bit, because we do want to be showing the canopy a little bit more. So that's our top of our canopy for it. That's the closed one. And you do have transfers, which you've got to put inside along there. And you can't see it. That's another one that goes along there as well as these two transfers here. Now, I'm not too sure which option I'm going to go for, whether the closed canopy or I've even did the open canopy. This is the open canopy. As you can see, it's got the where you need to put it in the slot to have it open. They're the two holders there to keep it open. And it's the same principle. We've got transfers going along that way, and across that way, and also along here as well, along there as well. You can't really see them, but they're in there, and you got to put them in from the inside. So that is that. And so what I asked my family is, what does look good, an open canopy or a closed canopy? So so far I've got 2 votes open. But I would like to hear, once this is all put together, I've got it all put together, I'll show it as open canopy and closed canopy, and would like to hear your feedback on what looks good, because I'm undecided. And that's another thing too. I decided to spray the around the outside the fuselage colour. I decided to spray that. You do get the one set only of transfers that you can use if you choose to wish. So I didn't use this at all. I just wanted to see what it was like if it was spraying it. And I do have to admit now, I can see why people have gone for the ram colour, using the aftermarket stickers to tape it off. It does look a little bit cleaner, I must admit. I've tried it on this, and I'm glad I didn't use the transfers, because it does look a little bit cleaner. So next time, I've got the F-35B, and I'm probably going to use aftermarket stickers for the ram colour itself. Now, doing both of these, doing them both up, is that I guess I'm hoping whatever one I don't use will be going into the F-35B if it's a correct fit. So I might have saved myself some time now. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out. And another thing too, I'll just leave them there. So we'll move that out the way. Another thing too is, didn't really use the, because I've done the pilot, didn't really use the transfers to put in the seat. But I am, if you're doing the Raptor, the F-22 Raptor, the F-22 Raptor does not come with a pilot or the seat belts transfers, which I find that a bit weird. But I'm hoping if you're going to be doing the F-22 Raptor, that you can keep, I'm going to keep these and see if they fit in the actual seat. So hopefully I've played it a bit of a smart way here. Who knows? We'll find out when I get to do the F-22 Raptor. Now, okay, so what we'll do is we'll bring this guy back over. I'll get everything in, the pilot, the screen, the canopy over the top, and the ladder, and we'll see what it looks like with the canopy open to with it closed. And hopefully you guys could voice your opinion, if I could say that, and leave your comments down below, and what majority is, I'll go with that. So I'll get stuck into it and next time you see this, we'll have everything in it. Okay, that's the pilot in, all its navigation stuff. I'll just turn that on the side, still drying a little bit. There's our door on with our ladder. What I'm going to do is to put the canopy on the top. I'll get this on the turntable so everybody can see all aspects of this plane and see what it looks like with the canopy closed or open. But yeah, we'll get that done, and so you can have a look at that. So there we have it, another build down, another aeroplane build down. So what I'm going to do is, I'm undecided. I was going to get into the F-35B after this one, but one thing I found that I haven't done as yet and gone through my videos is that I haven't done an actual model that's got some weathering, some panel lining done. So I think I might get into a bit of that next with the next model, and that's probably going to be the probably the Super Hornet. I might do that one. Do the Super Hornet with that one, FA-18 Super Hornet that is, and or I might do the Chinook, might do that one, or there's a third one that I'm thinking of. I think it's a Phantom one. Might do that one as in sort of like a bit of camouflage weathering. So I might do that just as something a bit different that I can show you guys of what, you know, hopefully I do a good enough job. But what I'll hold this up because, like I was saying before, this is the sort of like if you want to take a photo of that or freeze frame it when you're doing the Australian version. Like I said, I'm not too sure if that, because the reason why I hold it up, because some of it's not marked with the decal, so can be a bit of a pain in the bum really when they're not marked. And that's the one thing I'm quite surprised that Tamiya not into putting that into the product. So that's quite unusual, but for the build itself, fantastic. It really came together well, so really happy with that. But it's just, yeah, the transfers, I'm probably expecting that in the F-35B maybe. So, but leave comments down below whether you want the canopy where you like the canopy open or closed. But at the moment, the votes are going 2-0 with canopy open, so who knows. But yeah, that's another one down. But thank you guys for watching on this journey of mine with the F-35A. Thank you very much, and thank you to the new subscribers, viewers, and yeah, really enjoyed this one. So until next time we do a fighter plane, yeah, it's going to be one that's going to be a bit more weathering involved in it. So, but thank you for watching and take care. See ya.